NBA Summer League from Las Vegas, Nevada. We're at the Thomas & Mack Center, and it is a rematch of the 2017 NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Group play is nearing its end. Cleveland is 2-0. Golden State, this is just their second game. Group play into a seeded tournament. All teams play a minimum of 5 games, 3 preliminary, and then come out of pretty much the entire season. Paul pulls the trigger and rips the cords. Played in almost 120 D-League games over the last 3 seasons. Had a quick tour with the Memphis Grizzlies a couple of years ago. Pitch ahead to Brandon Paul, and he finds Casey Starr, played in Turkey a year ago. And the Cavaliers have the first 6. McCaw will try for 3, and it's through.
Shooting skills has definitely worn off on some of these younger players.
McCaw in the friendly confines. This is where he played his collegiate basketball as Felder drops in the triple.
Of tendencies. And, you know, that definitely helps you from a coaching standpoint. And it helps you from a playing.
Felder with the leaner, and the Cavaliers the 6-point advantage. McCaw, that pass intended for Jones, thrown away. Felder on the pickup. A look ahead and a slam for Brandon Paul.
Ty Lue told SiriusXM NBA Radio that he was shocked when he heard that David Griffin was not returning as the team's general manager. Now the assistant general manager, Colby Altman, has now taken over the interim duties. Today, in fact, they announced Jose Calderon as the backup point guard.
In terms of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, you know, you got Ty Lue. If Brown knocks down the 3 and possibly.
Bell to a cutting Alex Hamilton, and goaltending the calls to score for Alex Hamilton. Golden State to draw within 1. A drive and a flip that falls for Anthony Gill, and an and-one opportunity for him. Hammond found Malcolm Brogdon last year in Milwaukee.
John Hammond is one of the best in the business.
How about that from McCaw? Yes, nice. And the foul. A little show and go off glass. Post-up opportunity for Malcolm Thomas, and he hooks it home.
Just his greatness. You know, you put him on the court with 4 other all-stars, guys who are big-time stars in this league, and he's reluctant to shoot.
The man. However, the people that he has in front of him that he gets it, you know, as Felder.
Felder. Nifty handles, but can't pay it off. Offensive rebound and stick back, Malcolm Thomas.
And you know, you're absolutely right. You know, when you talk about the dirty work as a, you know, when we always focus on the superstars in terms of championship play, but it's all.
I know that you obviously very pleased with the player that he has developed into. What do you see from him?
Well, he knows how to play. I mean, he's smart. Department, Bob Myers, they've done an amazing job putting together this roster the last few years, and Patrick will be a big part of it. Talking about the modern NBA, you got to have big guys who can switch and guard point guards off the dribble.
And you've got a stacked roster, and you add Omri Caspi and Nick Young. So for the young guys that are playing here in Summer League,
you don't have the goggles on, you rub in your eyes, right? You're pouring the champagne all in your eyes. What happened?
you know better than anybody. When you win, all hell breaks loose. We want to be peaking in May and June, and that may mean resting some people a little bit more, playing a lot of people, and trying to.
The mental stamina to be able to concentrate every night when you're everybody's big opponent.
Right.
You know, every guy.
Because the kids actually look at him and they go, well, I could be him, right? Like, and it's like, no, you can't. But don't tell him that, right? Don't get your emotional cup filled again, because he lives a life that most of us don't. You know, and so Joe and Peter are committed. They're all in, and they've done an amazing job of.
Behind you, you know, with Oakland and San Francisco, you know, what's happening in the Bay Area. You know, these, you know, kids of all ages, you know, you can't put a price on that. And they have 2 MVPs, not necessarily 3, and they will pay to keep that together.
Felder lays it in with 31 seconds remaining.
Everybody's got food in the refrigerator. They all got a car that they can drive, and they all got a nice home that they can live in.
I've always been a big Calderon fan, but the issue is age, and he's really been bothered by nagging injuries the last few.
You know, hamstrings, you know, quad injuries, you know, ankles, so forth and so on. So they will definitely need, you suggested, they may be in a position where they can wait. They do have the luxury to wait and see how things kind of pan out and be a part of a winning atmosphere.
Well, and also an opportunity for some of these players here. Maybe they end up in Santa Cruz. The 16th and 17th player on your roster can play both G League and in the NBA as McCaw. Alex Hamilton out of Louisiana Tech. McCaw, long two, came up with air, but right there is Jordan Bell.
Summer League, and then you're right back into the season. And the thing that I like about it is the kids absolutely love it.
Got a good screen. McCaw got hung up. He'll try again. It's through and a foul.
Yes. That's when you know you got it stuck on automatic. You know, historically has gotten all of negative labels, have gotten all the negative terminology. So therefore, you know, people don't, you know, glamorize defense as much as they do offense. But
coaches very often anymore is, man, that was a bad shot.
No, very rarely you know. Actually, the only one who probably said it was Steve.
Nowhere to go in the lane. Dominic Pointer with the finish and the foul.
Out on the foul line.
Williams with a long two.
Every single day. And, you know, that in itself puts a lot of pressure on, you know, you as a coach.
That's exactly what we want him to do. So his offense, you know, opens up his passing by him being aggressive. And the same with K. You know, I need K to play at a high pace.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't want to ask, you know, K to, you know, to score the basketball like that. But with Kyrie and for our team to be successful, he has to score the basketball. You know, when I was in Boston, he was my guy. You know, Doc put me with Jeff, and we had a couple of great years together.
And know how to make them look good out on the floor. And you seem to have that with Jeff. Now, when you see him
punch, but man, you know, I love Steve. You know, and I love Steve. You know, when he did TV, you know, usually, you know, what I hate a lot was when ex-players get on TV, and you know, we're gonna respect the rules, but we gotta do what's best for our players, and he understands that. But I got a lot of respect for Adam, so we're gonna try to abide by the rules. But you know, when you're playing 3 and 4 or 4 and 5 nights, and
eating right, they're sleeping right. You know, they come in with, you know, the type of fire, you know, to compete against the LeBron James and the Steph Currys. And
so for those guys to play every single night the way they do and compete and give their best, I mean, it's good for our game. And, you know, we've been to the finals 3 straight times.
You got to get better. And going out and getting Nick Young, they got better.
Flip that falls off glass for Durant.
And then your mental stamina has to be superior to all others in the league, because you're in the family. That little shot fake.
3 try right through the bottom. Played 4 years for Florida State. Andrew White responds on the other end of enlisting the aid of former players to help them rebuild that franchise.
Yeah, and it's a very proud franchise, and they've done a good job of bringing back the.
Laid up and in by Emmanuel Omogobo, and that does it. 91-74. Cavaliers go 3-0 in preliminary play. The Warriors fall to 0-2. They get Minnesota tomorrow. A reminder that our NBA TV Summer League coverage continues shortly with the Lakers taking on the Kings.